just this mean to you to finally be a Finals MVP after everything?
Forget that. We champs. Why you starting with that question? We got 4 championships. Like
Alright, guys, so the Golden State Warriors have maybe one of the greatest redemption final stories in a long time. Just because of the injuries, all that they went through for 3 years straight, tanking, well, not tanking, just being bad, to get back to this level where they're winning again is a pretty good story. And you can't lie and say it's not. I mean, Stephen Curry, let's get off with him. Number one of all, this dude had a revenge tour season last year where he was putting up numbers like Russell Westbrook back in 2017 and didn't win the MVP. And this year, we knew it was going to be a different story with Klay Thompson returning. And the Warriors stuck to what made them good back in 2017, 2016, 2015, which was small ball. And really, that really worked for the Warriors. Like, Steph still did Steph stuff and still applied in this system that he worked in. And you really can't lie and say that the Warriors were not championship favorites because they were. And I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Warriors in general, but it is the best redemption story ever. And I kind of did push out some of them Warriors fans saying you're not going to win the championship because it looked like they wasn't. But they also stuck to what made them good, which was getting somebody like Jordan Poole. Like, the Warriors stuck to what makes the Warriors good as an organization is when they draft a player and they know how to build because they have a great coach in Steve Kerr. Like, for surely, I wanted the Atlanta Hawks to draft Jordan Poole, of course. A player who looks similar to Klay Thompson and plays exactly like him. Of course you would want a player like that. Now, we did get Kevin Huerter, which wasn't a bad pickup. But again, this dude really has been, and I believe should have won Most Improved Player. Just my personal opinion, due to the fact that he played in the G League, was the 28th pick, and really didn't do much his first 2 years. Like, you look at it, bro, this man should have won it. And again, his number speaks for himself, with him becoming the second player or third option when Klay Thompson returned to be the number two when Steph was on the floor with him. The Warriors were a good team with him on the floor, and you really can't puzzle it without saying he's not going to be a good piece to why the Warriors were good this season, as he really was. Including the fact that, again, he was a sleeper. Like, the Warriors, I don't know what it is with them getting sleepers down in the bottom rounds, like with the 11th, the 20th, 8th, and then the second rounder picks. They really do take some talented players like Draymond, Jordan Poole, even Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry. But Stephen Curry was supposed to go to the Knicks, but Klay Thompson wasn't a very highly scouted player. So, again, the Warriors know really what to do with their draft class and how to take on players that are much younger. And really, you know what to do when you're in this certain situation on who you're going to take. Now we get to Klay Thompson, because Klay Thompson had one of the most, I like to call it, most inspirational stories from the league. I mean, you was a shooter, you come back from an injury, and people are thinking you're not going to be the same, which we all thought he was not going to be the same. But he came back in that same form. Like, the reason that most people thought was because you have two ACL tear injuries in 2 different seasons. No one's going to think you're going to be the same player. Well, he put all them rumors to bed when he came back and really showed that he's the same Klay Thompson, even calling it when he was ready to come back, saying 2022 NBA champions. It really looks like he was on that level and stage of saying, I'm really in for it all. And, like, again, you can't hate the Warriors, because the Warriors really did do what they were brought there to do. They can build a future dynasty from now to 12 years in the future, just if they have the same key organization pieces, just off of how their dynasty is built. We could be looking at them as one of the best dynasties in the later on. Like, I would say in the ranks of the San Antonio Spurs level, where that's their main team. And in general, the Warriors were slept on this year. Don't get me wrong. We said they could be good, but we did not expect them to be this good. Like, you look at the Warriors, we didn't expect them to be this good. We didn't expect Andrew Wiggins to be an all-star starter, even though not many people wanted that. We really did not expect the Warriors to be this good this season overall, but they really did kind of put all the rumors to rest when Steph started playing MVP level Steph like he did last year. Klay started dropping the numbers he needed to drop, like when he made his return. Like, in general, and Jordan Poole, we were like, when did that guy get into the league? And you learn he came the same year as Trae Young, Luka Doncic. Like, literally, you're thinking to yourself, like, oh wow, like, I think really some teams should really take a deep dive on who they're gonna pick. And yeah, like, I mean, you really are gonna be like, whoa, who knew that kid was in that draft class and didn't even get to be part of the green room? So again, the Warriors had one of them phenomenal seasons, and this solidifies Steph in my opinion. He now has a Finals MVP to his name. He's a unanimous MVP, a 2-time MVP, a 4-time NBA champion. He's up there, maybe top 2 or even maybe number 1. In my opinion, he could be number 1 and number 2 among Magic Johnson as the greatest point guard of all time. Because he has things that Magic Johnson has. MVP, he has the most finals for a point guard as a great all-time point guard. He has all of that. So, in my opinion, he could be number 1 alongside Magic Johnson. It could be a two-way tie because of the two on their level. But you could also put Steph number 1 for changing the game. And that's what many people are going to want to do, is put Stephen Curry number 1 because of how he already did it. So, like, it really, that's the only thing that we hold against Stephen Curry was he does not have he doesn't have a Finals MVP. And now he has a Finals MVP. I don't know what you think you can say about him now. Like, the man has a Finals MVP to his name. You can't take that away from him. Just in my personal opinion, you're not going to be able to take that Finals MVP away from Stephen Curry at no point in time because they literally won it. And the Boston Celtics did kind of collapse thanks to Jason Tatum. So this is also why you shouldn't call any NBA player the next Kobe or anything, because once you do call them that, they somehow find a way to lose in the finals, like Devin Booker was compared to Kobe Bryant and then lost in the finals. So just a reminder to everybody, don't call them the next Kobe if they don't have a finals win to their name. And, you know, this was a great year for Stephen Curry. Like, yes, he didn't win the MVP, but he won the championship and he got him his first Finals MVP. And that's just great to add to a player's name and legacy in general. Like, that's pretty good. You've been in all to, let's count them, 6 finals. I believe 5 or 6 finals. If you count 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. And now 2020. Bro, he's been in 6 finals in all. He's won 4 out of 6 of them. Bro, he's in the Magic Johnson essence of excellent right there. You can say maybe the Magic Johnson or maybe the greatest point guard of our era. So let me know.